We began with the passing of Pope Francis, and the late Pope had been recovering from a serious battle with double pneumonia in February. Born in Argentina, Francis served as Pope since 2013 and was the Church's first Latin American pontiff. I spoke to a local professor from the University of Texas, San Antonio, to reflect on the legacy that he leaves behind. We're joined by Dr. Thurow, UTSA professor who's an expert on Catholic philosophy and theology. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right on this sort of sad morning, but how are you doing?
Same here. We are all mourning the loss together of Pope Francis. And we're just going to touch base on a few questions. The one that everybody's asking and wondering, what happens next?
Well, what happens next is there's some period of mourning. There will be a funeral in a few days, 4 to 6 days. We haven't seen, at least I haven't seen an announcement on that yet. And then within a couple of weeks after that, the conclave will occur, which is when the cardinals of the church gather together to vote on to determine a new pope.
Okay, and how long does that process usually take?
Well, it depends. It can be fast. I mean, there's been times where it's taken like months. It's been a long time since that's happened, but every day they'll meet and they can have, I think it's up to 4 votes per day. And what they're trying to get is a convergence around 2/3 of the cardinals supporting a certain candidate. So depends on how many votes it takes.
Okay. And Pope Francis was held really close to a lot of our hearts. What do you think his legacy is that he leaves behind for us?
Yeah, I think it's sort of in three things. One is just sort of his pastoral approach as a pope. I mean, we've had pastoral popes before. John Paul II was a bit pastoral as well, but that he really emphasized sort of meeting with people where they're at and expressing the love of God. The second thing is he highlighted the importance of the environment for Christians, that they should care about the environment. He was happy to wade into social and political issues regarding the environment. That had not been an issue that was, really to the forefront of sort of Catholic thought before that. And then lastly, I think a main theme of his papacy is hope. And indeed, he declared the Jubilee year, this year of 2025, as being a year of hope, where he's sort of encouraging Christians to display hope and use that in how they interact with others.
That leads me to my next question. How do we think all the things that he's done, his legacy, the things that he stands for, how does that translate for what could be the future of the Catholic Church?
Well, it's a really good question. The church is definitely facing a number of challenges, internal and external, and it'll be interesting to see how the cardinals decide to go on this. The Pope did appoint a large number of the cardinals who are currently of voting age, so that could be a sign that they'll be, voting for someone who's more in line with his sort of approach. But of course, there are factions who would like things to go in a slightly different direction. And so we'll see how it goes. But definitely a pope who's going to engage the world, I think, with sort of passion and love is something that the cardinals and I think many Catholics will be hoping for.
Dr. Thurow, again, professor at UTSA. Thank you so much.
Great. Been great to be with you.